Hey everybody, Christopher Naiman here. Well, I got a comment under my stitches per inch video that I posted on the Vintage Sewing Machine group, and one of the members there, Beverly Macbeth, said of being a vintage singer enthusiast, how interesting to compare the two machines. Your 401 stitches beautifully and sounds quieter than the computerized Wonder machine. And to think that vintage singer is probably 50 years old and will last indefinitely, just something to think about. Well, I'm going to do a sound test on 4 of my machines for you all, so stay tuned, don't go away. Okay, welcome back everybody. So yes, Beverly is correct. This machine has been around for about 50 years. Well, it was made in the 50s, and it'll probably go on another 50 years. It might even go on another 100 years. That was the quality of machines made way back when. They were all metal, and this was made in the USA. Now, but is it quieter? Well, let me load it up here, and you be the judge. This is the Singer 401A. Now remember, this thing, when I got it, was very loud, and I posted several videos of how much quieter it got the more I greased it and the more I ran it, okay? And those who've been following my blog know when I was talking about the sound, okay? But is it quieter than a modern machine? Well, I'm going to sew slow here and you listen, okay? Here we go. Okay, so you heard that. Now let's go on to another machine I have, which is a computerized machine. Okay, next is my Baby Lock Elissimo, and this is a combination sewing and embroidery machine. This is one of my favorite machines. I love it. Okay, so now let me sew slow on this and we can hear the difference in sound. Here we go. That is so quiet. Let me move the camera closer so you can hear. Now I'm going to speed it up. Okay, that's this machine. Now let's go on to another machine. Okay, now we're going over to a Janome Skyline S5 that I purchased in 2015. So let's hear how this sounds. I will say the foot pedal on this machine is a little touchier, a little more sensitive. Now I'll go faster. Okay, so there's that machine. Now let's go on to one more machine. Okay, and this machine is my Aspire by Baby Lock. And yes, this is the machine I painted that I showed you in my video. Absolutely love my paint job on this. It came out so beautiful, didn't it? Okay, so let's hear this machine. This was supposed to be the sewing only version of the Elissimo. And the Elissimo is the sewing and embroidery. But I feel that this really has a different kind of a feel to it when sewing than the Elissimo does. So let's hear it. Here we go. I'll get my foot on this pedal down here. Oh, that's quiet. The cracking noise you heard, the cracking noise that you heard, I had my elbow on the extension table. This is that plastic extension table. This is kind of like the reason why I like to make my own out of the wood. See, listen. See? And I don't care who makes these things, but every machine I've ever owned with these plastic extension tables, as they get older, they make creepier noises. So, you know, this, I will be replacing this with one of my own extension tables I make out of that melamine wood. But so let me keep my elbows off of this table so you can hear this. And this has an automatic, like my Lissimo, it has the automatic presser foot lift. They call it a pivoting feature. So when I press on the gas, it'll put the foot down and start sewing. So here I go. Now let me speed it up. And yes, there is thread in there. There is thread in there. If there wasn't thread, this one will beep at you. Now, what do you think? Out of all the machines that I've tested on, what sounds the quietest? I'll give you 5 seconds to figure it out. I'm going to tell you which is the quietest of all the machines I own. My Baby Lock Aspire is. I'm not kidding you. Listen to it again. Here we go. You hear that? Very quiet. Alright, now let's go back over to my Singer and listen to that one more time. Okay, back to my vintage 401A Singer. And Beverly is correct. Beverly stated that this machine will last, it's been lasting for so long, and it will last even longer than I'll be alive, because these machines were made so well with all metal parts. Now, and I agree about the computer machines maybe not lasting as long because, well, let's face it, I bought a couple computer machines from the 90s and the board's already fading and the companies are not making them. Heck, even Janome, they used to have a slogan that said, "Built for life." Well, they removed that slogan because their machines are not built for life because the computer screens have gone. And that's just a fact of what's happening. I mean, look how many computers that we all go through on our desktops, you know? So anyway, I enjoy my computer machine as much as I enjoy my vintage machines. And they both have something that they offer that I love both. But is one better than the other? I'm going to tell you, each one has its own personality. Each one does its own thing. Is one quieter than the other? Well, let's go back to the Singer again. You just heard my Aspire, how quiet it is. Let's listen to the Singer. Okay, the electronics on this, the motor, I mean, the way it runs, it's not as smooth sounding as my computer Aspire, but it's still, for the age this is, for the technology back then, I would consider this a beautifully made machine. Now, if you buy budget machines today, like for $99, those budget mechanical machines, when you press on the foot pedal on those mechanical machines, they make the same sound as this. Ready? Listen. It's got like a humming noise before it, and like almost a hesitation. And you try to go real slow. You see? So again, is one better than the other? Mechanics wise, I'm going to tell you the guts on this 401 is good, superior as far as longevity goes. But again, it's just a personality of each machine, and it's a personal choice. I love them all. I love them all for all different reasons. You know, just because you have a bunch of kids and one kid has freckles and the rest of the kids don't, are you going to love that kid with freckles less than the other ones? If you do, you're a horrible parent. You're a horrible parent. So, if you have a sewing machine, here's something else I want to teach you. If you have a sewing machine and you cannot even produce a garment on it, okay, but you're saying that, you know, everybody else's sewing machine is bad, stop to think about what you're saying and what your limitations are on your own machine compared to what other people are doing with their machines. Okay? That's food for thought. If you want to take your country back, we got to make our own clothes. If a 10-year-old in Bangladesh can make the garments that we wear, why can't we make our own garments in the USA on USA vintage-made sewing machines? Think about that, everybody. Take care. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.